In the film, The Ninth Gate, the most intriguing character to many is simply known as the girl. She is sometimes an observer, others a guardian angel, but always seems to be at the right place at the right time, before disappearing just as quickly. While there are many theories about who she was and where she came from, in this video I'm going to discuss the scenes she's in, every single one. And by the way, this is the first of 2 new videos about the girl with the green eyes. And kindly consider leaving a like, share, or subscribe if you enjoy this video. Balkan's lecture. We are first introduced to the girl during Balkan's lecture in his tower. Without fanfare, she is seen sitting in the background, hiding in plain sight with mortals. What we learn about her, she is uninterested in the lecture. She is the only attendee not taking notes. In fact, the girl is not showing her hand, which may or not be an intentional pun. She wears different colored socks, which are overtly emphasized. Many have wondered if there was a meaning behind it. While I've put up some alternative theories, one sobering reason will make itself known later. During a close-up of the girl, Balkan speaks of witches. Some fans have linked the timing as not coincidental, hinting the truth behind the mysterious character. Balkan also mentions familiars, and, in a way, we see them too. While the girl does not speak here, we get an understanding that Corso has caught her eye. The library. When Corso goes to the library to research the 9 gates of the Kingdom of Shadows, he catches a glimpse of the girl on the other side of the bookshelf. She fills a negative space created when Corso pulls out a book. This is a very subtle hint on questions not yet asked and answers not yet understood. The theme of negative spaces, especially made by books, is made as early as the opening credits and continues later. The girl momentarily vanishes, which plays on either a supernatural metaphor or her skills of stealth. It is another foreshadow before she makes a brief appearance above on a balcony. This too is another theme or a foreshadow. Without speaking a word, the girl is dropping hints of what she is. The bookstore. While Dean Corso leaves the book behind with his friend Bernie, there is a smoking man tailing him. The faceless stranger himself is being trailed by another. Here is what I think is the reason behind the girl's colorful socks. It was an easy way to distinguish who it was without showing her face. In any case, this short clip validates that there were more than one interested in following Corso for the book. The train. On his way to Portugal, Corso bumps into the girl on the train. If we take her at her word, we learn she travels on the cheap, sort of a learner, and prefers trains. We get another couple interesting lines that are purposely debatable. At this moment, she questions who Balkan was, implying her visit to Balkan's tower had another purpose, and it had nothing to do with Boris's opinions on witchcraft. When she said that maybe she will see Corso again, she added the mystery why she is on her way to Portugal. Was she just tracking Corso on a limited budget, or was there something else drawing her there? Outside the Fargus estate. After researching Old Man Fargus's copy of the 9 gates of the Kingdom of Shadows, Corso bumps into the mustache man right before the girl on her motorcycle saves him. She does not reveal her identity, yet leaves behind a single white feather, a small gesture adding to the lore of who and what she is. For someone on the cheap, do we wonder how she could afford such a ride? At the Hotel Central. Trying to enjoy a drink and a smoke, Corso recognizes the shoes and socks of a particular follower. Confronting the girl, she offers up more clues about herself. She relentlessly concedes she's out learning about something, likes books, but hints at her longevity by mentioning she'd been traveling a while. In a show of very dark humor by its director, The girl reads up on how to be more persuasive. She never said she was staying at the hotel, just having the habit of bumping into people. Corso shares his suspicion that the girl was the one who saved him in front of Fargus's place, but he wasn't given time to hear a reply. Corso is drawn away to take a phone call from Balkan at the bar. Motorcycle ride. The girl may not be staying at the Central, but she knows what room Corso is in. Whether it's inside information or clairvoyance, she wakes up Corso telling him it's time to return to the Fargus estate. She shares little information besides waiting outdoors with her motorcycle. It's time for Corso to go on a ride. Inside the Fargus estate. As Corso is out to find Victor Fargus, the girl points where the body of Fargus rests, floating in his fountain. The girl shows off her skills by climbing up to the second-story balcony to reach inside the home and open the front door. After Corso realizes the Fargus copy of the book is burned, he questions the girl waiting outside. Demanding answers from her, he gets none, and instead, the girl insists they both take the next flight to Paris, because she's going with him. There's no hint who paid for her ticket. Airline cabin. When Corso asks what the girl thinks about what happened to Fargus, she gives no definitive opinion. More exactly, she doesn't really care. What she does tell Corso is that he is part of a game and is beginning to like it. As they both fly high above in the clouds, she takes the role of his guardian angel, or at least something like it. French immigration. After landing in Paris, we get a quick glimpse of the girl before Corso too loses track of her. There was no clue how the girl made it through immigration or what nation's passport she carried, if any. The Promenade and the Mustache Man. Lyanna Telfer's hired help takes his opportunity to steal the book from Corso. It's a rough, awkward fight, but the girl swoops down to earth like an apparition and challenges the Mustache Man in hand-to-hand combat. She manages to run him off, but not before taking an incidental strike to her nose from Corso's elbow. The girl once again appears out of nowhere and proves she may be Corso's protector. She hands Corso his satchel instead of taking the book for herself. A favor from Gruber. Returning to the hotel lobby, Corso asks Gruber for a favor, to track down the hotel Lyanna Telfer is staying in. Meanwhile, the girl keeps her distance from the front desk. Gruber, strangely, never makes eye contact with her. Blessed by green eyes. Recovering in his hotel room, Corso thanks the girl for saving him. In return, she blesses him by drawing her blood on his forehead. Corso has more questions for the girl. However, as luck would have it, he gets a call from the front desk before the girl could answer. She acts as if she knew the call was coming. The girl would disappear when he returned to his room. With the napping front desk clerk, this was a very subtle clue how. Hotel lobby. After discovering Balkan's copy of the book is stolen, Corso sees that the girl returned to the hotel. After fending off baseless accusations, the girl is more comfortable at the front desk. Gruber tells Corso where Lyanna is staying, while his sleepy-eyed underling makes eye contact with the girl. Lyanna's hotel. The girl accompanies Corso in their search for Lyanna at her hotel. Following him up to Lyanna's suite, they discover she is checking out. The Mustache Man loyally by her side. With little time to spare, they need transportation in order to tail them. The Viper. Enter the stolen Viper. The girl may have answered another question like, how did she get that motorcycle? She easily borrows the sports car as they follow the Mustache Man chauffeuring Lyanna. The girl puts on a disguise, which was a literal interpretation of her ability to change appearances. Having thought they lost Lyanna, they make their way to the village of Saint-Martin, where a baker points the direction to the chateau. The girl says nothing in front of others, and the baker does not take his eyes off of Corso. Crashing Lyanna's room. Corso and the girl stroll onto the chateau grounds, using night as cover. Having learned from the girl, Corso climbs up to the balcony of Lyanna's room before crashing through its doors. The girl says nothing, but acts as a silent enforcer. This is where Lyanna acknowledges her when she's pushed away. However, the mustache man pops in, giving Lyanna time to use her pistol as leverage. Here is the only time the girl is acknowledged verbally. "I didn't know you had it in you." Being forced to go downstairs to their execution, Corso takes matters into his own hands and pacifies the mustache man, permanently. The girl takes delight in what Corso has become, because while the girl was supposed to protect Corso, he didn't need it. Enter Boris Balkan. Eyeing the coven from above, Corso makes his way to the floor, dressed in a black robe like the others. Before he can do anything, Balkan crashes the festivities, talking some mumbo-jumbo. He takes his book back and lectures the audience on their buffoonery. Balkan attacks Lyanna to the point of squeezing the life out of her. The girl drops to the floor from above and holds Corso back. She lets fate take its course. The girl explains that the witnesses will clear Corso of all the killings. Corso helps himself to Lyanna's car, leaving the girl behind. Corso accuses her of working for Balkan all the time, but the girl has a smart comeback.
"You were working for him all along."
"Funny, I thought you were."
As Devil's Tower burns. After Corso recovers the engravings at Balkan's expense, the girl surprises and seduces Corso. Here we see the girl taking different appearances. She says pretty much nothing and lets her body do the rest. Her final scene. Corso and the girl share their final moments on a drive back from the Devil's Tower. Here, the girl shares that while the journey is over for Balkan, for Corso it is not. She also confesses that Balkan's ritual failed because the final engraving was a forgery. Wanting where the real engraving is, the girl changes the subject, again, by telling him,
"You're running low on gas."
We get one final look at her inside, proving she doesn't just vanish in a blink of an eye. However, she does walk off, but not without leaving Corso a clue, the whereabouts of the 9th and genuine engraving. The final engraving. When Corso returns to Toledo and the Sinisa brothers' bookshop, he realizes the Sinisas have quickly packed up and left, almost as if they were never there. By great luck and coincidence, the final engraving falls to Corso's feet. There he sees the true nature of his quest. It is the girl, in her true likeness, riding the beast like the harlot of Babylon. This is Mr. Giacingi saying, hotels have clever clues, letting guests know where they are. Look for the second video coming up. It just might be this one. Unless it's too early, then it will be something else. Thanks for watching.